Hello, Purple Heart Consciousness holders. This is Reverend Jerry Hobby. I am the spiritual director of Spiritual Enlightenment and Truth Focused Ministry. And we really value spiritual practice. That is the reason I'm so happy that we're celebrating a season for nonviolence with our program that is sponsored by the Purple Heart app called A Season for Peace. And today is a very special day. And the reason it's a special day is because we are on day 15 of this celebration, 64 days celebration. And our word for the day is reverence. Reverence is a profound word. And many people say, oh my goodness, what does that mean, reverence? Is a word that can support us in navigating through life with ease and grace. It is definitely a part of this thing we call oneness, learning to live and work together and express good. I love this quote from Albert Schweitzer. He says, in the main, reverence for life dictates the same sort of behavior as the ethical principle of love. But reverence for life contains within itself the rationale of the commandment to love, and it calls for compassion for all creature life. And Paula Ripple reminds us that reverence is a virtue that prepares us well to belong to one another. It reaches out to those who have given messages of not wishing to belong. When we approach others with gentle reverence, we bring gifts and share theirs with us. So, with that in mind, I'm inviting you to just anchor in. And as we anchor in today, we're going to start off with a quote. And this quote comes from Kathy's Corner. And it says, pursue some path, however narrow or crooked, in which you can walk with love and with reverence. And with that in mind, right now, I'm going to invite you to simply join me in simply breathing. And as we breathe, we move into that space of perfect love and perfect peace and a gentle nature. And as we move into that gentle nature, we just move into a place of grace. The song Amazing Grace reminds us so much about life and its beauty and its essence. So I'm inviting you right now to just simply join me in a place of reverence, to walk the path in a gentle way, to be a source of peace and harmony in the world. And in this source of peace and harmony, I'm just recognizing the beauty of life, the beauty of each and every soul. I'm recognizing the essence of love expanding itself and revealing itself, the power of care and the power of compassion, that divine light that reaches out and honors all of life, all of humanity, and simply remembering that we are all connected with each other, that we are all one with this one source, this one power. And in this space of perfect love, in this space of sweet compassion, in this space of divine elegance, I speak my word right now, honoring the power and the presence of this loving presence, this peace that saturates all, and it is a part of all. And I take this moment now to just honor its inclusive nature, and that inclusive nature, including myself right now. It includes every single person that is hearing, feeling, sensing, and experiencing this prayer. And what I know about each and every one of us is that our essence, our life, our power, our strength is anchored in this very moment. And I acknowledge this moment as a unique moment where love prevails and reveals itself, its true essence, and its true life within each and every one of us. And that each one of us is simply a mirror for each other, reflecting the beauty of life and the good. So, releasing all outer appearances right now, I simply affirm the power of divine love and know that this power of divine love is a healing power, enriching itself, fulfilling itself, and expressing itself from every point of reference. And I'm acknowledging it as that source. And that source is the beauty of humanity. That source is the human spirit in its resilience. That source is that divine presence that fulfills itself and enriches itself. So I simply breathe right now and I smile in the nature of God and knowing that that godly presence that I call love, that godly presence that is filled with life ever giving of itself, that it fulfills itself and enriches itself. And I know that the blessings of spirit fulfills itself in every action and reaction, in every choice, and at the center of it is the primal presence of love. And so, right here, right now, I know that it shows up in a practical way, that it is that divine essence and the value in terms of perfect health right now. It is the essence and the value expanding itself within the nooks and crannies of our bodies, in the way we respond to our bodies, and as we fulfill that truth within our entire being. I'm knowing that it's showing up in a practical way in all relationships, that the kindly presence of spirit prevails and reveals itself in our actions and our interactions with all of life. I'm acknowledging the beauty in the spirit of the divine as that creative element in the sacred calling and how we show up in the world, how we serve in the world, how we support each other. And what I know is that there is the reverence of compassion, there is the reverence of peace and harmony, that there is empathy. And in this whole experience, I know that there is a healing presence that reaches itself, embraces itself within all human life, and it fulfills itself and enriches itself. I know that this shows up in the workplace. Know that it shows up how we volunteer and support each other. But most of all, I know that it shows up in a sacred way in our whole system, a way we handle and we interact in life. But what I know too is that that same power has a prospering element that supports each and every one of us, that it reveals itself as infinite good. And I know that my good and your good and their good are all the same, that the presence of the divine is alive and thriving, revealing itself and fulfilling itself as infinite good, infinite prosperity. And I know that this all shows up in a practical way for all of humanity. And I'm so grateful just to behold the presence of God, the light of peace and harmony. And what I know about this light is that it is divine essence of love, fulfilling itself, enriching itself, and expressing itself beyond that, which I cannot even imagine, but so much more. So it is in this space of release into that universal law that fulfills itself and enriches itself that I simply know that it is done. And so it is. Amen, Amen, and Ashe. I'm opening my eyes and I want to look into your eyes and say thank you for this opportunity to pray with you, to clarify the energy and the vibration of reverence. And I invite you to walk into that space today and every day for all of eternity. I know that it is what supports us as we move forward in our life. Have a blessed day. Namaste.